Recently, the Uttar Pradesh is struggling and doing a lot to project itself on the economic field and trying to do quite well. It's also doing better, which is the biggest or most ambitious goal Uttar Pradesh has set for itself.
I'll give you a situation.
Yes, sir.
You suppose had a little argument with a friend of yours.
Yes.
What will you write in journaling and what will you write in reflective diary writing?
What development have you and change you have seen in Bhadoi? Because you are Gyanpur, Bhadoi.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Wait. ये जो प्रयागराज में इंटरव्यू होता है,
Yes, sir.
इसमें आपको एक कोड असाइन किया जाता है। बोर्ड के पास आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन का, कैटेगरी का, नाम वगैरह कुछ नहीं होता है।
Okay, sir.
ठीक है ना? तो दिस इज एंटायरली अ पर्सनैलिटी टेस्ट।
Yes, sir.
ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
तो ये आपके मन में होना चाहिए बिफोर यू अपीयर। ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
सब्जेक्ट भी नहीं उनको मालूम होता कि
हाँ।
आपने क्या सब्जेक्ट लिया है
So graduation
या कौन सा
subjects-
पढ़ाई नौकरी कर रहे हैं आप, वो भी नहीं मालूम होता। वो ड्यू कोर्स ऑफ डिस्कशन आ जाए, बात अलग है।
तो सर उन्हें मतलब कि उनके पास कोई डॉक्यूमेंट ही नहीं होते हैं,
सिर्फ कोड होता है।
सिर्फ
एक
code
कोड
होता है।
नंबर
मतलब जो हम बताएंगे उन्हीं से
हाँ,
क्वेश्चंस
exactly.
ये इससे ना आपका बिल्कुल मेंटल स्टेट ऑफ माइंड चेंज हो जाता है।
यस सर।
इसलिए आपको बताना
तो
जरूरी
प्री कंसीव्ड नोशन नहीं रहता है,
कुछ
जैसे
नहीं
आप
रहता है।
प्रोड्यूस करो
हाँ।
वैसे। ओके सर।
ठीक है, अब शुरू करिए।
You
त्रिपाठी
were just a candidate before them. You have written here, that's a very interesting choice, ideal person in your life, and it reads here, Malala Yousafzai.
यस सर।
Do you know all about her?
As much I know her, she's I would say she's a strong woman that stands for her ideals. She
For
stood
example, once she said that the marriage is not important. We can be in live-in relationship, but later on, her father chose a religious marriage for her, and she accepted that.
Yes, sir. So, marriage is a personal issue that.
But she made a public comment that the marriage is not important. One can be comfortable in living.
So, I would say that personal choices differ over time. When she said that, she might be thinking that marriage is not as important in her life, but afterwards, it might have changed her thinking that she
Okay.
chose marriage.
Are you aware that she has never raised voice against terrorism in her
Yes,
own country? Never spoken a word?
Sir, as far as I remember, she rose her voice against the Taliban regime that was ruling at
It
that
so
time.
happened because in the Swat Valley where she protested, she went to a school and they shot him. So that happened. After all, she was airlifted, went to England. His family was there. She studied there, but never raised any voice against terrorism and how the India is, for example, the victim of the terrorism, and she's never raised those voices. I can go on telling
Yes, sir.
things that will take the whole excitement out of
On
the
the
Malala
Malala.
Yousafzai.
Yes, sir.
Why I said this, these things could come up there as well. So you were all rosy-eyed, thinking Malala Yousafzai is the next Mother Teresa.
No, sir.
Do you want me to
not,
tell
Not like that,
something
sir.
more about her?
When I was a child, I heard about her story, and then I got inspired when she was in news that she stood for girls' education and took a bullet in her head. So, sir, that inspired me that someone can be this strong for their ideals. So, sir, and so women education that she supported. She wanted education to reach every girl
There
child.
was a young lady in Iran. She
Yes, sir.
rose against the religious scarf that compulsory they have to wear. Malala Yousafzai herself wears, but she did not raise a voice against her, even though she got a Nobel Prize for these
But
causes
sir,
that
I
is
would say
found.
that clothing is also a personal choice. Malala Yousafzai might be.
Terrorism is also a personal
No,
choice.
sir,
so-
terrorism is not a personal choice. The terrorism is a global issue as well as.
In her own country, she have never raised a voice.
But sir, she raised her voice when she was talking about girls' child. She raised
Do you want
the
me to
questions
tell you
about-
some more about Malala Yousafzai? Anyway, let's change this topic. This
Sure,
is
sir.
Uttar Pradesh, and
Yes,
you are
sir.
going to be the part of the Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Recently, the Uttar Pradesh is struggling and doing a lot to project itself on the economic field and trying to do quite well. It's also doing better, which is the biggest or most ambitious goal Uttar Pradesh has set for itself?
So making Uttar Pradesh 1 trillion economy by 2027 is the major economic goal of the UP government.
2027, no?
Yes, sir. 2027, I said.
So we are 2026 already.
Yes.
It's 1/3 of the 1 trillion. So next
Yes.
year it's going to be 3 times bigger.
I would say the government has set the target for 2027, and presently we are 300 to 350 billion.
So this is the kind of the content that you create. That 2027 is the
Yes,
year
sir.
where it has set itself to become $1 trillion economy.
So the
Or is it
government
2030, 31?
the 2027, I would say. The government's target is 2027.
Okay, I won't challenge it, but be careful when you say the same thing before the interview board.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Still, it's 4 years away, the goal. And they're only 1/3 right
Yes,
now.
sir. Right
And
now.
the economic survey of this year that they presented, they are talking in their economic survey that we would like to be a $1 trillion economy, but today we are 1/3. So how possibly they can say such a foolish thing that next year we will be 3 times bigger? Just
Sir,
think
the
about it.
economic survey of UP, it also shows that the GSDP of the UP state has doubled in past 8 years.
That doubled in past 10 years.
Yes, sir.
Past 10 years it has doubled. So the next year it will triple.
No, sir, I
In
would
1 year
not
it will
say it
triple.
will triple. So it will take time, but government is also taking measures like infrastructure and connectivity.
No, my simple question, and then I'm handing over to the honorable member.
Yes, sir.
Past 10 years, its economy has doubled.
Yes, sir.
So 10 years it took to double its economy. Now it will take only 1 year to triple its economy next year.
No, sir, I would not say it will take only 1 year. It will take consistent efforts, and it is a long-term goal. In short term, the government is planning to bring more investment so that it can...
Let's stay with that $1 trillion economy issue. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Over to
Thank you, sir.
honorable member.
Neha,
Yes, sir.
you belong to Bhadohi.
Yes, sir.
What is it famous for?
It is famous for its hand-woven carpets.
Okay, good. Have you ever been to Sitamarhi, place called Sitamarhi around
So
Bhadohi?
I have never been to Sitamarhi, but I know about it. It is a Sita Samay Sthal where the goddess Sita took her submission into the mother goddess earth.
Okay. You've not been there, you didn't get opportunity, or you didn't think it's worth it, not significant?
No, sir,
what
I
was
didn't
it?
got the opportunity.
Didn't
sir.
get the opportunity. How many
Yes, sir.
kilometers it is from Bhadohi? Approximately?
Approximately.
Not more than 50 to my mind?
40 to
42.
50, I
Okay,
think.
all right,
Yes, sir.
okay. You are into personal journaling.
Yes, sir.
And there is also something called reflective diary writing. These days, people
Yes.
are preferring reflective diary writing.
Yes,
Would you
sir.
know the difference between the two?
So reflective diary writing for me is when we write our experiences, what we are feeling and what we have went through in a diary. It better gives us our opportunities and strength that and the failures what we are facing.
Okay,
and
let's say I'll give you a situation.
Yes, sir.
You suppose had a little argument with a friend of yours.
Yes.
What will you write in journaling and what will you write in reflective diary writing?
So in journaling, I would write that how the fight got started and everything that I told her and she told me back, and what I was feeling after that and what are my takes. And so in the reflective writing, I would write first mentally how was I when I was going to fight to her, what was going in my mind. And afterwards, during the process of fighting, what was my take over that issue? And third, why I fought her and what I would do in future to avoid such fights.
Which is better between the two?
The reflective one.
So would you like to consider changing?
Sir, I write reflective diary.
But you said personal journaling.
So in personal journaling, often, sir, I go for gratitude.
In your document, you have said personal
Yes, sir.
journaling.
So in personal journaling only, I go for gratitude writing too and reflective writing too.
No, there are two different things.
Okay, sir.
Which one do you follow?
Sir,
According to this.
Sir, I usually write my own experiences. I
Okay.
don't have this much categorization, but what I write there, it reflects my attitude also and the gratitude.
So basically,
that
you're
I
trying to
feel.
say argument happened
Yes, sir.
because of this reason. That was my state of mind, how I felt about it, why did it trigger to begin with, what is the outcome of that, and
Yes.
if a similar situation occurs again, how am I going to behave?
Yes, sir.
Reformatting that, is it? That is what you are thinking in terms
yes,
of
sir. For
reflective diary writing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got
Reflective
it.
writing. Yes, sir.
All right, you are also into reading books.
Yes, sir.
Give me names of 3 books that you read over the year.
I would say Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. And sir, recently I was reading It Ends With Us by Colin Hoover. And so one other book that I read this year was Verity by Colin Hoover.
All right, okay.
Yes, sir.
And also you are empathetic.
Yes, sir.
How would you differentiate being sympathetic, empathetic, and compassionate?
So sympathy is a feeling when someone feels looking at a grieved person.
Let's say you, again with example we'll talk. You see a poor man sleeping on the roadside.
Yes, sir.
No shelter, nothing. Now come on sympathy. What sentence will you make in your mind?
Sir, I would feel that he is facing a situation that he has not got any bed, roof over his head.
So you just feel for him.
Yes, I will feel for him.
What about
Sir, in empathy, I would like to bring blankets to him, and I would feel his pain, that he is suffering through this much pain.
Put yourself into his shoes.
Yes, sir. I would put myself in his shoes.
And what about compassionate?
So in compassionate, I will try to provide opportunities to him, so that he can be employed somewhere where I can possibly go for and hire, look for someone who can hire him.
Alleviate his problem, being compassionate.
Yes.
But to my mind, empathy would only confine itself to feeling with him.
Yes, sir.
That means he's in a bad state and I'm feeling very bad about it. And what if I were in his state?
Then sir, I will go for compassion.
Empathy will end over there.
Yes, sir.
And compassionate will be feeling with him. If I were in his place, how will it be? And what can I do for him to improve his situation?
Yes.
Are we clear on this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Neha, can I know your subject in the mains in the UPPCS? You take a main subject also? No. No subject.
Optional subject.
अच्छा, no option. Okay, good.
So paper 5 and paper 6 are added.
Okay. आपने भदोई में पिछले 15-20 सालों में क्या परिवर्तन देखा है? Because you know UP has progressed.
Yes, sir.
What development have you and change you have seen in Bhadoi? Because you are Gyanpur, Bhadoi.
Yes, sir. So first of all, infrastructure changes. The roads of Bhadoi and the Gyanpur, that roads that link Gyanpur and Bhadoi, that have improved. And sir, the trees that are planted along the roadside, they have also been done. And sir, sports events are regularly organized in the Gyanpur region. And sir, the carpet making sector, sir, more self-help groups and more youth engagement has been seen in the sector. Samu?
So, changes in infrastructure.
Yes, sir.
Do you consider power supply also infrastructure?
Yes, sir.
You have not mentioned
Logistics and power supply. Yes, sir.
that. Has it improved?
Yes, sir, it has improved.
How much?
I'm not sure of the data, sir. But sir, I can share my experience. Earlier, we used to.
That's all.
Yes.
Don't volunteer information.
Okay, sir.
The question is to be answered. Achha. What has been the effect of tariffs by US on export of carpets?
So, Bhadoi exports 60% of the US carpets, I would say global targets. So, sir, after.
Bhadoi exports 60%
of the sir global.
Its own production or the consumption in US?
So, its own production.
So, what you said was different.
Sorry, sir.
You said it exports 60% of US carpets.
No, sir, no, sir. Sir, Bhadoi carpets are exported to US. I am saying this. 60% share is of Bhadoi.
Production of Bhadoi, 60% is US.
So, Indian exports are 60%, that alone Bhadoi handles, the hand woven carpet thing. So, sir, the US tariffs has led to decrease in the carpet demand, and so it had led to unemployment problems in the region. So, weavers are facing crisis due to this.
So, what is the way out?
So, the India-US trade deal that has reduced the tariffs on from 50% to 18%. So, sir, that is giving a hope to Bhadoi exporters.
Will the Indo-European Commission trade deal minimize the problem?
Yes, sir, it will also minimize the problem, as sir, US and EU both are the important markets for Bhadoi.
What is the share of exports to EU?
Sir, I don't remember the data.
Bhadoi manufactures only hand woven or something else also? Only hand woven carpets, no machine?
So they also use machines, but that are not mass scale production. So that are machines are usually used by hands only.
Okay.
That is how the interview proceeds.
Yes, sir.
I have to create some kind of a stress so that I could see that how you're responding. So Malala Yousafzai, I was just putting a few things. I could have went on, but then this is not the space to talk about that.
Yes.
So be careful when you say that they may not have the kind of restraint that I have here. So a lot of things I could have said about Malala Yousafzai. Coming back to Uttar Pradesh.
So, sir, should I prepare more on that or should I change it?
I don't know. It's your choice. How can I say that you will stop loving Malala Yousafzai? How can I say that? So it's your choice. And 6
So
days.
I had one question regarding this
You
aspect.
can have a question later.
Okay.
6 days back, Assistant Chief Economic Advisor of the Uttar Pradesh, he said that we have a dream, we have a goal that by 29-30, financial year 2029-30, we would have a $1 trillion economy. So Uttar Pradesh government cannot make a fool of itself. In 2026, they are 1/3 of the $1 trillion, and next year we are going to be to 1 trillion. They will make a fool of themselves if you say
Yes.
something like that.
Yes, sir.
So the content that you have created, that might be good for your IAS students, but it may not be good for UPPCS.
Yes, sir.
So you can, that's what I wanted to say, that go back and recheck it.
So
Rest
the
is-
target year is 2027 only, sir. I think recently they pushed the target further.
That is why it's important to read the latest material.
Yes, sir.
That's why I said that.
Okay.
6 days back, Assistant Chief Finance Secretary of the Uttar Pradesh in Delhi, in
Okay,
a
sir.
seminar,
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to him and
Okay.
he said these things.
Okay, sir. I will look more.
Be
into it,
careful
sir.
with the facts. Rest
Sure,
is
sir.
okay. We're doing quite well. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Over to Honorable.
Okay, Neha,
Yes, sir.
your dress is okay, sari is okay, absolutely fine.
Okay.
And are you wearing bellies or footwear? What kind of footwear
So
are you
bellies.
wearing? Bellies, okay.
Yes.
Okay, you're pretty articulate. Well, you can address and talk well, eloquent in your speech, and self-confidence you're carrying well, and pretty alert, I would say. And you remain composed even when there is a little thought, when you are a little uncomfortable on certain issues,
Mm.
and quick on the uptake, grasp. Right.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to, with constraint, bring out that hair will have to be managed in a different way, because for the formal setting of the interview, best is low bun.
Bun. Okay, sir.
Bun is preferred, but in your case, you can even go for the tied ponytail.
Okay, sir.
You could do either of these two.
Yes, I will do that.
Whatever suits you better.
Huh?
Whatever suits you
Yeah,
better.
yeah, sure. Sir.
आगे बाल लटकना
Sir, I will just tuck that behind. Sir, I
concept
forgot
is-
my clutcher, sir.
नहीं बाल लटकने नहीं चाहिए आगे.
हाँ.
That's all. ठीक.
It could be a tied ponytail.
Okay.
Preferably, in your case, if you can't make a bun. I can understand that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Accent neutralization. I would also suggest that. So the Indian English would be preferred when it comes to accent. It's okay for the what
Sir, I am given an accent.
नहीं और कुछ बात चाहिए?
That's all for me.
अच्छा. You have done very well.
Yes,
So
thank you,
this
sir.
is your first interview.
Yes, sir. It is my
No
first.
other interview so far.
No, sir.
So I should congratulate you. You have done quite
Thank
well.
you, sir.
एक तो ना आप as far as I remember ये सब अवॉइड करिए.
Okay,
आप
sir.
अपनी बात बताइए. That's your problem. You remember or not. ठीक है ना? You answer
Okay,
your
sir.
question.
सर वो इसलिए बोलते हैं कि अगर डाटा फैक्ट्स गलत हो जाएं तो एक थोड़ा सा
उससे
डिस्क्रिप्शन
गलत हो गए तो गलत हो गए. You can. It's quite possible कि members also don't know the data correctly. ठीक है? Quite often it happens.
यस
You tell others that it is wrong. कई बार कई लोगों को नहीं पता होता है because they are from different department, different
Yes, sir.
specializations.
यस
So avoid this as far as I remember.
ओके सर
क्वेश्चन को सुनिए, 2 सेकंड सोचिए और क्रिस्प आंसर दीजिए. The difference between an outstanding candidate and a good candidate is a good candidate answers in 5 sentences, long sentences. An outstanding candidate answers in 2 or 3 sentences.
यस सर सर ऑन दैट फ्रंट आई एम लैकिंग वो हो नहीं
No,
रहा
no, ठीक हो जाएगा. You are not lacking on anything. Remove this concept.
Yes, sir.
Nobody is born perfect.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना? If you ये दिमाग में बिठा लेंगे आई एम लैकिंग तो कभी ठीक नहीं होगा. वो with practice, with more studying and talking to each other, वो ठीक हो जाएगा.
Okay, sir.
Don't argue or contradict members.
Yes, sir.
No sir तो बोलना ही नहीं है. जो member बोले मतलब the boss is always right. You give your point. Don't contradict them.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. बाकी ड्रेसेस के बारे में बोल दिया आपको.
हाँ.
This fancy watch I find slightly avoidable.
Okay, sir.
Either
I
wear
will
a
wear
simple
more
watch.
formal
No, देखिए, I am wearing a very simple watch. This fancy watch, you know, this it's good for parties. क्यों जनरल साहब?
Sir, I can wear a watch like sir as well.
You buy whatever it is. We have given you our peace of mind. Now,
Okay.
whichever you find is a simple watch, you
Okay,
can
sir.
wear that.
Simplicity.
Yes, sir.
It's very tepid, formal occasion, and they're elderly people, and they appreciate these things, including your hairstyle. If you're wearing a bun, so this is good for everywhere else except for them.
वो देखो display of I should not use the word wealth and kind of things in that this interview. A fancy watch means what? It's a very expensive watch. Generally, people take it that way.
Yes, sir.
So that is avoidable.
Okay, sir. I will do that.
Now you can ask us questions, whatever you want.
Sir, first of all, sir, जो आपने वो कहा कि
कौन सा?
I forgot.
चलो next question.
सर ये जो क्रिस्प आंसर वाली चीज़ है वो सर कीवर्ड्स का बेटर यूज करेंगे तो ही हो पाएगा ताकि क्रिस्प रहे
You can choose your words.
तो सर यही फ्लो सर मेरा सही था बोलने का जो फ्लो था जिसमें भी मैंने डिलीवर किया उसका फ्लो.
वो हम लोग तो जनरल बातें करेंगे.
यस सर.
आपने क्या किया, दिस इज फॉर आगे. नाउ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड व्हाट वी हैव सेड.
यस सर.
ठीक है ना, जो आपने किया ठीक किया, लेकिन डोंट गिव लॉन्ग आंसर.
और एक छोटा सा हिंट देते हैं, मलाला यूसुफजई, खालिद हुसैनी एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स दे आर टॉकिंग बट दे कैन सी अ पैटर्न देयर.
यस सर. ये बोलते वक्त मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया कि खालिद हुसैनी भी अफगान राइटर है करके. तो
अफगान राइटर क्या, वो तो अफगानिस्तान में रहे नहीं, वो तो अमेरिका में रहते हैं, वहाँ बैठे बैठे लिखते हैं.
सो ज्यादातर अमेरिकन अफगान वहीं रहते हैं. तो
दे कैन सी अ पैटर्न.
एनी फर्दर क्वेश्चंस?
नो सर.
Dress and deportment, leaves impression in the minds of the people, and they're biased.
Yes, sir.
Positively, negatively. So simplicity is important. Beauty of a candidate lies in his or her content and the delivery.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All the best.
All the best.